Hi there, this is a quick update, but House of the Dragon has unexpectedly returned to Cornwall and is actively filming there right now. We didn't anticipate this, that when production on Season 1 began, the first thing they did was a big on-location exterior filming shoot in Cornwall last week of April, first week of May. We got a ton of spy photos out of that, and we spent weeks picking them apart. A lot of news came out of that. And we assumed, well, all of the Cornwall shooting has wrapped. We didn't get any exterior filming in England for the rest of the summer. Then, just last week, you'll have noticed I said, well, they were also filming in the north in Derbyshire, and we got that spy photo that Graham McTavish is playing Harold Westerling. We thought, oh, I thought they were done filming exteriors in England. We know they're filming in Leavesden Studios interior stuff. So, okay, maybe they had to film something else, a different geographic thing. They went back to a lot of the same locations in Cornwall and some new ones. That they're filming at Holywell Beach, which was the beach that Daemon and Rhaenyra were on. It's actually a very famous beach. It's used in a lot of TV shows like Poldark. It's this very scenic, famous beach. A lot of shows use it. And they're also at a new location in Cornwall called Kynan's Cove. It's these very famous coastal rocks. That Holywell is the north coast of Cornwall, and St. Michael's Mount, the tidal island they're using for Driftmark, that was the south coast. Kynan's Cove is a bit further east from St. Michael's Mount. But we started last week seeing these spy photos, just here and there reports of, oh, we think they're setting up to film a medieval TV show there again, but it could be anything. Maybe it's like Vikings Valhalla or something. But we were concerned enough, and the reporters on the ground said, we think we recognize these are the same trucks by their ID numbers and stuff, but we managed to warn our on-location spy photo teams ahead of time. There's one lady who's very nice on Reddit, who calls herself a Rojanaya, who's, there's 3 or 4 regular spy photo reporters we have from Cornwall already, back from the May shoot. So we were able to give them all the heads up, because they've been inactive for like a month or two. There hasn't been much to talk about of, hey, we're getting rumblings. Is this a Vikings show, or is this House of the Dragon? And we knew that if they're setting up last week, they're going to start filming with actors for this thing on Monday, September 13th. So, okay, go out, take spy photos if this even is House of the Dragon. We didn't get any big spy photos yet. Just lay that out there. But the spy photos that we got back today did confirm, yes, this is for House of the Dragon. There's very clearly Velaryon banners around. And we saw someone who we think is Daemon Targaryen. Of course, given that they're casting 2 age ranges for like Rhaenyra and Alicent, was this necessarily Matt Smith? It could have been a young Daemon, for all we know. It's just a man in a silver wig. That's to be expected, but based on the spy photos we got today, and particularly the ones we got last week, which were really detailed but didn't have anything specific in them, there wasn't like a Velaryon sigil, but it was this really detailed military camp on a rocky beach. There's all these rock formations. We're pretty sure this is the Stepstones. Just looking at it, the Kynan's Cove looks like what you think the Stepstones are supposed to look like, these rocky islands that are filled with pirate dens and mercenary camps. And now we have what look like battle scenes because there's smoke machines going off, and now we're seeing like wrecked armed camps, plus Velaryon banners. So we think that they went back to Cornwall this week to film the war for the Stepstones, which we knew would be happening in Season 1. It's part of the Rogue Prince timeline that Daemon and Corlys Velaryon fight a private proxy war to try to take control of the Stepstones from pirates, and this sucks in other local powers that then the free cities in the east, the Triarchy, they retaliate. and then Daemon hits them with his dragons, so then they ally with Dorne to hit him on two fronts. So I'm pretty sure this, if you've read this, this is the war for the Stepstones. We anticipated this. We actually thought, maybe they were doing most of this as CGI, but no, all the location stuff that we saw before didn't have large numbers of soldiers in it or armed camps like that. We saw like wreckage before because they film out of order. Or we saw that funeral pyre on the beach at Driftmark, but it seems like they're actually filming the battle scenes for the War in the Stepstones now. That if we go, I've told you before in other videos, they go, oh, well, the Dance of the Dragons might not actually start until Season 3. There's other wars and stuff before that. The big action thing in Season 1 will be Daemon using his dragon Caraxes to tear up the Stepstones, fighting mercenaries from the Free Cities and ship battles with the Velaryon fleet. They actually rehired the same marine stunt coordinator that they had on Game of Thrones. So we know there's going to be ship scenes in this season, Season 1, which is good. So there's no spoilers yet. There aren't even recognizable character images other than a really good shot of a Velaryon banner. But this is good. It's nice to know, hey, they're filming more of the War for the Stepstones. The one question this has raised that fans are discussing is, if we were in charge, we would use this as a way to work Dorne in. Dorne done the right way. Not a lot, obviously. Just have a Dornish prince, and it was a prince at the time, but his princess ascends later. Have them acting like normal people to make up for how much Game of Thrones dropped the ball on that. Because Dorne is independent now. They're not part of the Civil War. That they only come into this story when there's fighting in the Stepstones. Like right at the beginning, and then after the dance in the Regency era, they become prominent again. So this would be a good way to work in Dorne a little as guest characters, not even as recurring characters, but to work that out of, we're fighting proxy wars in the Stepstones with the Free Cities and with Dorne. I'm not sure, but we were surprised. We thought they were done in England, or at the very least done in Cornwall, and now they're filming here again. What got our spider senses tingling that we started going, this probably isn't Vikings Valhalla, is we noticed that directors like Greg Yaitanes and the young Rhaenyra actress Millie Alcock, like stalking them on Instagram, we noticed, wow, all the cast and crew suddenly returned to London at the same time. That they were all on vacation, Greg was in Greece for a while, and then suddenly, why are they all back here? That we thought that they wouldn't come back together again until October when the Spain shoot happens. Okay, or yeah, they'd probably come back in September to film at Leavesden Studios or something. But that's not true. They went back to Cornwall, and we were surprised, and we got the exact same spy reporters. We tipped them off. They're boots on the ground right now. I'm making this Monday night. You don't come back months later to do one day of shooting, okay? They're going to be filming here for a week, possibly two. Fairly extensive mercenary camp sets that they've built up. A lot of action scenes. So check back daily for this. We're getting spy photos from Cornwall again. Nothing big yet, but I could wake up tomorrow and we could have a really detailed cast photo again, even confirming some characters are in there. So I didn't script this out. This is just a quick update, just to flash you the spy photos we have already. Stay tuned for updates as we get them. They've returned to Cornwall.